Hey guys, this is Don't Heal Me, and today's video is going to be a gameplay review of Sona as a support. Now, in this game, I ran 3 gold pretend quintessences, armor yellows, standard MR blues, and then in the reds, I ran a combination of magic penetration and armor. I ran 5 magic penetration and 4 armor. Masteries are the pretty basic 0, 9, 21 support masteries, going 4 points in durability for the health, 3 points in hardiness for the armor, 1 point in resistance, as well as 1 point in veteran scars in the defense tree, and then in the utility tree, 1 point in summoner's insight, 3 in meditation, 1 in improved recall, 1 in scout, 2 points in mastermind, 4 points in greed, 1 point in biscuiteer, 1 point in explorer, 2 points in wealth for the starting gold, a point in pickpocket, 3 points in intelligence, and 1 point in nimble for that movement speed. So with that, let's get to the game. I started this game with a health potion, a mana potion, and then wards. I bought 1 vision ward. I always want to have a vision ward on me at all times if possible as a support so I can go ahead and counter their vision. What I was just doing in base there was charging up Sona's passive or power cord. That way if we do catch someone in lane, can do a real hard chunk real quickly on them. Now, as you can see here, just standard stuff. We're moving into position. Vayne's carding their tri-bush, and with that, and I said, you know what? They're doing something. They're up to something else. I'm going to go ward this red. I'm going to let my jungler know I want to ward it so we can get the jump on them. They kind of half-assed and invade, and then just back off while I'm warding their red right here. I think it was more being a Caitlyn Sona lane. They just kind of wanted to harass during blue. And now Caitlyn, you can see, just wandering all over the place. No idea what they were doing. There we go. There's the blue spawn. You can see they're starting at their red. I'm telling Jarvan here to make a straight dash for their red. That Vayne and I will be watching him, make sure he's okay. I'm gonna speed the gameplay up here, so it's not too boring. Now here Jarvan runs into Kate in the river. Quick reaction from Vayne and I. She flashes over the wall. However, Jarvan's there, Vayne's there, Katarina's collapsing on her. Now they've got Nocturne on the run. They pick up the Nocturne kill. Zed wants part of Jarvan and then changes his mind when he sees his 4v1. So we're going to take his red here. We're going to put the Nocturne behind. And then Jarvan's just going to use this advantage. You can take those double golems as well. Lux has, a level on us, but, in scope of things, not a big deal because we really hurt their jungler. We took both Nocturne's buffs away from him. Just doing as Sona should do, even if you're pinned under a turret here and there. Going, you want to harass as much as you can. Going off the ward. As you can see, Nocturne died again. He was actually going to try and take a red back. However, Jarvan was expecting it, and Katarina reacted quicker than there's that dead for the kill. So here we're just kind of, it's a Vayne against the Lux Caitlyn. Not a whole lot we can do unless we're ready to go kind of all in on them. Because their poke's just insane. So here we go for the all-in. They focus me, they burst me, I have to leave. And that leaves Vayne to clean up a low health Caitlyn. Jarvan then goes in and beats up Lux a little bit more. So, my Vayne did the right thing. She got on Caitlyn while their team focused me. So, it really hurt both Lux and Caitlyn because they were putting damage on the support. Whereas even if I died, getting a support, whereas Vayne kills Caitlyn, that leaves our AD carry and their support in the lane. It's going to be a win for us because the farm's going to go where we need it. Whereas theirs would get, semi-wasted going to a support. So as you can see, I'm just keeping warded both jungle exits. Here I warded the red because I want to continue keeping this Nocturne shut down. But ward both their jungle exits. That'll give you a high level of safety. At the same time, if Zed wants to come down and gank, we'll see him go through that ward by the race. The red's about to spawn. Nocturne wards it. And here we almost pick up 2 more kills bottom. Start pinging to go to the red. Let's go take his red from him. And then here I'm not really sure what the deal is. Like, Jarvan and Cat were scared, and I don't understand it. So Vayne finally got there and knew, okay, well, this Vayne's going to play aggressive with me. So, we want to go in now. Easy kill on Nocturne. We get the kill on Zed. I don't know why my team didn't want to go in earlier because it was 4v3, and of their 3, they had a support. So here we're going to Dragon. Always the right thing to do if it's up and you have the advantage where they can't contest it. Get us a nice 10-minute Dragon here because of that constant jungle pressure we've kept on them. And if you look, Nocturne is level 5 to Jarvan 6. 28 CS to Jarvan 17. However, Jarvan does have 3 kills, 3 assists to Nocturne's 4 deaths. So that's the only reason Nocturne's catching up is because Jarvan's been really gank heavy. He's been a part of 6 kills in in under 10 minutes. So that's a good thing for them in terms of level, in terms of smite wars. He's able to somewhat keep up in that aspect. So here they're coming 4-man for a 4-man gank bottom, but because of the ward coverage that I've had, we're able to know it, we're able to react, and we're able to get out of there. I let Vayne base here with Lux, Kate. I know they have immense siege potential, so Katarina's right there. We get her a double kill, nice crescendo when they engage on me. I knew they would for some reason. They just displayed, they were going to be overly aggressive, and they kind of, got ready all in me. Disabled Caitlyn, and Katarina just picked up an easy double kill for us, further giving us an advantage in lane because now Vayne is in lane free farming. So here on base, I got my Sightstone. Actually, I had my Sightstone, I think, at 7 minutes this game. I picked up my Philostone and my boots as well as some more wards. In my opinion, you always want to go with Sightstone over a Philostone. While Philostone does give you some nice regen, that Sightstone, if you go Sightstone first, then Philostone, I'll do a video, real soon on the math behind it. But going Sightstone and then Philostone, you'll have both items a lot sooner, assuming that you're keeping 2 wards up at all times. So I'll go over that later, but here just countering their vision, giving us, we've got complete vision dominance on the bottom half of the map. We can push, we can do whatever they want, and there's really not a whole lot they can do about it. Here we just take the tower. Lux burns an ultimate, which it's Lux, it's no big deal, it's such a short cooldown. Again, Nocturne's red is up, and you'll see the aggression. You can see him worried. He's going to pink it. We've done our job there. We've really got him worried about taking his own buffs. And they're going to go for it again. Vayne and I are going to keep pressure on mid. We want mid. Katarina and Jarvan took off and went after Nocturne, got the kill. Here I've got a crescendo to make sure Vayne gets out alive. No, Elise is pretty big right now. She's 3-0-2. She's totally dominated Rumble. And here comes Jarvan. Jarvan's huge, 5-1-4, 16 minutes. He's absolutely massive. So just kind of follow along behind him. Elise is trying to harass and not the best position, but being Elise, she knows she can get away with it. So, and then they're able to hold off our push on mid. Now here's Zed teleports. My team just sleeping. I'm pinging it like crazy. I'm going down there. No one comes. No one comes. I can't stop Zed by myself. He'll just kill me. Jarvan dies for it. Bane's having the base. It was just, Elise picks up another kill, shut down from diving the turret. Zed takes our blue. Just really, really poor play from my team there. We needed someone else to come bottom. We could have killed Zed, which would have at least, given us something out of that. There, I was so focused on getting a ward on Dragon, I walked past the blue mini minion. That's really bad on my part. But again, just getting this ward placement down, getting vision dominance for my team. And that's pretty much, that's the job of a support, is to provide your team with vision dominance of the map. Here again, Rumble clearly needs help with Elise, and Katarina and Jarvan were in position to come and help. Neither did. Katarina ended up dying by pushing mid too much. At this point in the game, I'm going to take a kill where I can get it, and Crescendo's at under the turret, stop him from taking the turret. At this point in the game is where I really kind of got on my team, told them, we're letting them back in the game right now. You guys need to start paying more attention to the map and responding. And kind of got them refocused, I think, because we stopped letting the game get away from us after that. Just some, kind of mid dance going on. Vayne and Caitlyn, dancing around bottom. Now they're getting ready to push mid. However, Rumble showing up kind of makes them change their mind on that. Here I'm looking for an opportunity, and Jarvan provides it. I flash ult, get a 3-man crescendo on him, and it just blow people up from there. Pick up 3 kills. Elise was top. Zed, made it away alive, but we'll get that inner mid turret. And then pick up the Elise kill. And pick up the inhibitor turret. As well as the inhibitor itself. So, really good job by my team there. Go 4 for 0. Two turrets and an inhibitor. Pretty much on any support, I really like the mobility boots for multiple reasons. I mean, helps you get around the ward quicker. Deny that vision helps you get to where you need to go quicker. And other than the Threshes, the Terraks, the Leonas, it's not gonna make much difference. There, I wasn't sure if Cat could duel that Zed 1v1, so I threw my crescendo down to make sure that she would live through that. Could have been wasted, kind of wasted. She may have been able to 1v1 him, but just really wasn't worth the risk. And here, Rumble finally somehow brings down Elise. He's starting to get a little bit of a power spike, and just doing my thing, just off ward and everything. I want my team to have vision. I want us to know where they're at all times, no matter what. I'm just trying to get as many deep wards into their jungle as possible, so it allowed us to pick off that Zed. And then there's a crescendo on Caitlyn and Lux, and I think this is where we end the game. Just we're pushed. We've got 2 inhibitors down now. Taking out the Nexus turrets. Everyone's still wanting to brawl. So here we go. Come over. Try and block that ult. Get some healing down on my low health people. Here, look at this. Oh no, it's off the map. Here, watch. Here we go. Katarina somehow grabbing turret aggro and eating a turret shot to die. But just some scrapping here at the end while we take out the Nexus turret. That's pretty much 1-0-16. Pretty darn good support score. And that's kind of how I play support. It's how I play Sona. Play aggressive where you can, and your number one job is to provide your team vision, not to build items. Well, I hope you guys liked this video, and thumbs up, like it, and I will wish you the best of luck on the Fields of Justice.